friends, welcome to the Purpose Beyond Motherhood podcast. Together, we are using our voices to walk alongside women navigating infertility and motherhood. I'm Holly, and I'm so happy you're tuning in today.
Hey friends, and I'm Nicole. Let me tell you a little bit about 1212 Ministries and why this podcast exists. 1212 Ministries creates a safe space for emotional restoration, physical healing, and spiritual discipleship for women who have or are experiencing infertility. We want to share hope in the hard things and encourage you to be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer.
Our heart behind this podcast is to make sure that no woman walks this journey alone.
Welcome to the Purpose Beyond Motherhood podcast. Hi, friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Purpose Beyond Motherhood podcast. Hey, if this is your first time joining us, we are so thankful. Welcome to the show. My name is Nicole, and Holly is here.
Hi.
And you guys, this podcast is really just about bringing you hope and just reminding you that you do have purpose. We are called to love God, love others, and make disciples. And the Lord is so kind to allow us to lead a beautiful ministry called 1212. And so if you need any support, if you need anything at all, we are here for you. But yeah, just we have another great episode. I know I always say this, but it is another great episode. And so we have our friend Sarah here with Stacked with Purpose. Hi, Sarah.
Hi. I'm so glad to be here.
So I'm just trying to think back, Sarah, when we met. I can't even remember. Maybe it was Pink Impact. I'm thinking that it was Pink Impact. And you guys, Sarah does all the things in excellence. Of course, we will let you, she's going to tell you guys what she does and everything, but she does everything in excellence. And so I just remember at Pink Impact and seeing this incredible booth, right? And then they had this really cool, kind of picture. What do you call it? Like a backdrop,
Display?
so you could
Backdrop.
take a picture.
Right there. I cut it
Like
out.
a photo op?
Yes, yeah, like a photo op. Thank you.
And a photo booth, right?
Yes, thank you. Yes. The coolest
yes.
photo booth thing that was all about purpose. And
That
I
was
just
you.
feel like I was like, okay, Lord, I see you, purpose. Yes, I have a purpose. And then again, just she'll explain all the things that she does, you guys, but she does everything in excellence. She loves the Lord. She has a beautiful story. She's also ministered to some of our ladies at our Refined, evening, and we just had the best time. I still have my bracelets.
Yep, me too.
And yeah, Sarah, we're just glad you're here. Thank you for being here and talking with us.
Thanks for having me. Thank you very much. And I love your ministry, your organization. It really speaks to a lot of women, that who deals with infertility. And I adore you, Nicole. Now I met you, Holly. So I adore you too.
You're so sweet.
All the girls. So
Always.
Yes.
Always here for the giggles.
Always here for the giggles. Well, Sarah, just if you don't mind, just kind of just introing yourself, because you can do it way better than we can. We love you. But maybe just, sharing with our listeners just who you are, a little bit about your story, and then would love for you to just jump into Stacked with Purpose and how you started it.
Yeah, sure. My name is Sarah, and I am a wife, and also I am a mama of 5 kids. Actually, my oldest just graduated at TKU last week. I don't know, last week.
That's so exciting.
So I have 27 years old, I have 26, and I have 24 and 11-year-old twins, and I am a new grandma. I think it's 3 years old now. Yes. I'm a grandma. So, and that's what I do. And right now I am the owner and founder of Stacked with Purpose. We are a prophetic jewelry company based here at North Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't, you saying you're a grandma. I'm like, no, yeah, how, I don't like
I was thinking that too. I was like, wait, your kids
beauty
are that
queen.
old,
Mhm.
right?
Yes, they're that old. I can, you know what? When they say, "Are you a grandma?" You know what? You guys don't feel my body. I feel it every single time. I can't get out of the bed. I said, "Oh my gosh, I have a podcast interview today. I need to get up. Don't hurt. My bed dips." So
Oh no.
That's me getting old, but we're just loving it each day. Yeah,
Oh,
so that what I do. Also, I love worship. I am a worship leader, and also, yeah, I love to serve. I love moms. I love women in general. So,
do
yeah,
you lead
that's it.
worship at your church?
Yeah,
Oh, I
and
love
yeah.
that.
And we have a ministry called All In Worship. So we meet every month
Oh,
here in my home. Sometimes we go to different houses and just lead worship there. And, it started from 25 people coming. I was just kidding at the first night. And 25 show up now, probably around 73 to 100 people comes. But because ever since the Staff with Purpose came, this is actually our studio. We have, this was actually a homeschooling room.
okay.
And the homeschooling room, every time we have that worship night here, this is the kids ministry room. Right? And then now it's my studio. I said, oh, we got to find another place for the worship night. So we have that every single month. Yeah.
I know.
I
That's what I was
mean,
like.
talk about purpose beyond motherhood. Sarah gets it. Sarah's going.
Oh my God. Yes.
Okay, so how am I allowed to ask? Can I just jump into this?
Yes,
How
absolutely.
did Stacked with Purpose begin?
Yeah. So, I have a story to tell that how actually Stack with Purpose began. And I'm going to start with that. And because this whole thing didn't start just that year, it starts from right here for a long time, very long
Come
time
on.
ago. But I just didn't know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But it started when I said yes 2022 when the Lord asked me, are you going to say yes to me? And that was saying yes to a mission trip.
Mm.
And my husband was the one who's working, and I'm a stay at home mom and I homeschool the kids. So signing up for a mission trip, it's another, 3,000 grand. And I
Right.
was like, one thing that I don't want is like to ask them to donate to my mission trip fund. It's hard, but people love doing it, love to
They do.
support you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's hard for me. But so I said, you know what? I'm just going to make bracelets and I will write them a prophetic word or words in due season. So I started doing that, and it got funded easily. And one
Wow.
time I'm eating at Coco Shrimp. I don't know if you know Coco Shrimp here in Fort Worth.
I haven't been, but I want to try it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have the, my friend's bracelet that they bought. And because I was going to take a picture, so I wear them first. So sorry, friends, if you're watching this. I took a picture of it on this blue wall and I snapped. And at, at the top, when I was posting it, I said, Stack with Purpose. I put it there. And that was the name. So that's
Oh,
how it started. Started with a, mission trip funding. And I asked my husband if I can pull out $25 only. So that's how it started, from 25 to where we at right now. And now we go to different places. We partner with different conferences, different organizations. Our heart of Stack with Purpose is really just to bless all kinds of women, because we want them to know that they are seen, known, and loved, and also they feel belong. So that's where we at right now. And this June, we're going to be going to Georgia, and this year we're going to go to Nashville too and share about Stack with Purpose. Yeah,
That's incredible.
that really is amazing.
it is.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a journey, and I think it's been 3 years now. 3 years only. And my heart is really not only the side of Stack with Purpose, but I hope that I can be an example for moms out there that they don't have to choose between motherhood and also your dreams, God-given dreams that God have given you. But you asked me earlier on how it started. It really started with that. I thank the Lord that he uses that opportunity for me to see that there's more for me. But because I am a mama of 5, and there's so much thing that not only great things happening, there's also like some hard things happening. I got to like, Lord, is there anything else that I can do, that I can just stay with the kids? I can homeschool them and still make some. And I was not asking for a lot. I was just asking, can I just have a vacation with my family? Only little things, only because our mind cannot see past where we at. So I was just praying for that for a long time. And then so I felt the Lord just like, okay, sign up for a mission trip. You don't know what I'm going to bring you into. It's really really double purpose. It's for my family and also for the rest that people that we encounter. Yeah.
That's amazing. So it's only 3 years old?
3 years old. Yes. 3 years old. And it's crazy because the very first event that we had it's funny because I said, you know what, even if I can have a sale of $150, that's fine with me. And in the first ever event that we had, I took home probably 1,500.
Wow.
That's
Yes,
how
come
God
on,
wants to
Lord.
bless. So, but I'm saying that because God, even if it's impossible for you to see, like here, like if you can see my limited mentality, right? Even if it's like this, and God is like, why you're not asking me for bigger, since that I am the biggest, that I own everything. And so, yeah, so that's just my encouragement for everybody out there.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. Yes. Because I just think that that's so special about, one, you said yes, but then two, you also surrendered to the Lord and said, okay, God, whatever you want to do with this, but I will give you my yes.
And it
And
still doesn't make sense sometimes, like I've sat in, with people who have big businesses, and I will ask the Lord in the middle of that, or sometimes they will ask me like, can you introduce yourself? And sometimes I will still come like, yeah, my name is Sarah and I'm a homeschooling mom. And then they look at me like, why are you here? And then a friend told me like, are you going to share about your business? I'm like, oh, okay. So it's still not clicking sometimes, because I will still ask the Lord, like, why bracelets? Like, is it really bracelets? But he's like, you don't have to figure out, the whys, because you just go with what I say and just trust me. And so far, my goodness, we have been, even if we go to an event, I don't know if you guys get the word from Pink Impact, the pink word.
Yes.
Yeah. So we put that in our gumball machine right now. I don't know if you know the capsule machine that I have. So we provide quarters there because I don't want people to pay for the word. So we provide quarters. We're going to be called out. So they put quarters there. I provide for everything. And even now, instead of me going and like, Lord, how much would I sell? I think I never thought about that. But of course, like logistically, like I have to think like that because it's a business. But now we're going with a mission of, Lord, whoever gonna gets the word, that's what you're gonna reach out, who you want to reach out. And I feel that we are missionaries in our own backyard in that way. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think you're creating so many opportunities for women to hear from the Lord, and that's amazing. We love that.
Yes. Thank you.
I know, because we're thinking, I mean, just like you said, Sarah, it's so much larger, and when we kind of shift our perspective a little bit, instead of just being like, is it just a bracelet? But it's a bracelet, but it's so much more, than that. And
Yeah.
just the ministry that you are doing, one, just for
Yes.
making them, and then two, just blessing, the women that receive it.
Yes. Yes. That's so true. Yeah.
And I loved at the event we had you at for 1212 at Refined. It was refined, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Holly. I loved that it was an intimate moment instead of like we all got our words and like put our beads on. But
Yeah.
I think for someone that's newer to the prophetic, it can be kind of like, ooh, like that's scary. I love how that was like intimate and sweet
Yeah.
and we all got it. And I like watched some of the women as they saw their word, and it was really sweet to see their response and how prophetic doesn't have to be scary. It can literally just be a word and
Yeah,
pray through
absolutely.
that. Mhm.
Yeah, I think that is one of the purpose, one of the mission that we have is really because God's word for us, God's thought for us is many as the grains of the sand,
Mm.
right? So if you
Mhm.
even just pull that one grain and give it to a
Yeah.
person, so every good thought comes from the Lord. And so even if we pull that one good thought and you give it to the person, of course there's many, different words that God wants to give a person. And sometimes I will get stuck in this stuck mode. Like if he say, tell that person that I
Mm.
love her. And I'm like, that's it,
Mhm.
because we all hear that. But for a
Yes,
person that we're giving it to, you'd never know if she hears that
absolutely.
or if she
Mhm.
dealt with, feeling not loved when she was younger. So sometimes things like that, oh my gosh, it's a huge impact for the receiver. And for me to see that kind of, my faith just rises up like, oh, and
Mhm.
it brings me to repentance. Like, Lord, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like I'm doubting of what you're telling me. And it's a whole lot teaching moment. It makes me really humble in a way that I don't know everything. Yeah.
Mm. That's good. Yeah, I think you're really living out that surrender and truly allowing yourself to be a vessel to bring women towards him, and that's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Well,
Mhm.
Sarah, what are maybe some practical things that you can share just with our listeners? And so, I just know like they're listening and they're just like, yes, okay, this is so cool. But is there something for me,
Mm.
or just like, how can I say yes to the Lord? Like, and what does that look like?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm 46 and I feel like my life is just getting started. It started a long time ago, but it started not very good. But I was just doing my timeline from one of the class that I'm at right now. From we draw a line in the middle and there's 0 to present. And then I saw the 0 until like I reached I think 2001 when I accepted Jesus in my life. And so I was like, wow. I said, it's like a movie that it was great when you were young and then it got, and not so great. And then at the end, when you receive Christ and you start walking, it becomes really good. So to just answer your question is, first, God knows what's in your heart, and He put that very vision and dreams in your heart, and it's
Mhm.
not there because He just want to tease you, right? Like, oh, you can dream. Oh, just kidding. Like try to reach out for yourself. I think He put that in your heart, but also because a lot of things that happens in our life. For example, motherhood, right? We sacrifice a lot. We set aside ourselves and just say, I'll just go to school later. I'll just do this later because if I do this, I will not have time with my kids. And that's how I felt when I was starting this business. Um, and you sacrifice a lot. And I think that it is good, but also there's a season and time for everything.
Yes.
And, like if God calls you, He called me the season of just mothering. I was at home and I am loving it because I don't know if you know, I was a single mom of 3 and I've never been married. So until my son was 13 years old and I met my husband, came from really abusive relationship and past, but God redeems everything. And
Yes.
so with that said, you not only you sacrifice as being a mother, you kind of put down yourself. If you have that not so great past, you put that down. It kind of like you bury it down because you feel it's too late for you. So partnering with God, it is important, partnering with the Holy Spirit and having guidance. The season for just being a stay-at-home mom, I love it so much. But one day I asked the Lord, I said, I'm not complaining. I said, I just wanted to know if this is it. And a prayer before I remember, I said, you know what? It's okay. Like my son, when he asked me for a food and I'm eating it, hey, is this your leftover? Can I have it? No, it's okay if you are still. And I feel like I am like that with the Lord. Like, what do you, is this it for me? I'm just asking. I'm okay with this. And I did not realize that the Lord was just preserving me that time, because he anoints all of us and we have our own calling, we have our own assignment. And first, we're called to be the sons and daughter of the King, right?
Yes.
If we don't know that who we are, then it's so hard for us to be released, because the world
It's good.
will try to, tempt us with a lot of things. And if we don't know who we are, it's easy to give in.
Mhm.
And so when he just was protecting me and like giving me the heart that I have for just being a stay-at-home mom, because from single mom, I was working full time. I was a singer for 20 years and I travel, and that's how I met my husband in Bahrain, in Middle East. And so I had to leave my kids just to go travel all the time. So I was very independent woman and I was working. So when I got married and my husband adopted my kids, I said, I really want to be a stay-at-home. So when that happened, I felt the Lord is so kind to give that desire. And he still put that in my timeline. Okay, you want to be a stay-at-home mom? Here you go. But, in the middle of that, I said, wow, this is a long time stay-at-home mom. And then I said, I really don't want to have a boss. So I don't know how it works. Because I was a singer. I did not have a boss except my manager and my band leader. So, I mean, I said, I don't know. I don't think I can have a boss right now, because, but, he protected me over those times. He taught me a lot of things. And now when David got anointed, right? We all get anointed for our calling, but the release is not until later. And so when the time of release, I felt he's like, okay, it's time to go. It's time to go to the marketplace. It's time to go to the ministry. I feel like I am strong, because those moments that was hidden from everybody, those nights and days that I was just worshiping him, that made me really closer to the Lord. And for those moms for women in general, that you feel like it's too late for you, ask God to revive that. What if you think, a lot of women come to me and say, I don't know my dream, I don't think I have one. And then hearing that, I understand that, because I was like that. So I started with, okay, if you don't have a dream, do you have anything that you want with your family, with your kids? And I will hear, I just want to have a vacation like me, or I wanted to have I want to go to Disneyland. Or some other people, like, I want to have my own business, but I don't know what it is. Some other people will come, I don't know, but God is calling me for something. So I would just like say, hey, write it down, because when we write down, there's, it's different happening in our brain. So when our brain and writing down collide, you kind of more remember it. So write it down, like, God, what is your dream for me?
It's good.
Give it to me. What is it for me? Like my question before. And then start writing it down, and then enter his gates with thanksgiving and praise all the time. Praise him no matter where you are in your life. And as you write it down, I truly believe, when we ask God for something, we ask God for him, he will reveal himself to us. And I think that's what we forget, is we can ask for little things, but we forget to ask him, because when we worship him, we get God himself.
Yes.
Yeah. So that, and then also just, if you feel like your season is leaning towards like you're being more crafty. You're being more. I did not really start with bracelet. I started as an artisan, leather artisan. So I do a lot of leather journals, leather bags. But prior to that, I was selling clothes, used clothes, Poshmark, but it was different. I take it to the next level. I rent a bazaar and then I will sell my clothes, and whatever money that I get from my old clothes, I will buy it with the new wholesale one. So it's been always in me. Yeah. So whatever you think that God is leaning you towards and you feel like there's something going on here, but I could not explain, it's okay, because sometimes it takes time. But one thing I would say, when it's a go time with God, it's going to be quick, quick. And, next thing you know, like, whoa, what is happening? Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Love it.
I know.
love
Go ahead. You go.
I was going to say, so there's so many things you said that I was like,
Yeah.
I wish I was writing this down right now. But I love earlier you said how the Lord preserved you until it was time. And I love that. And I also think it's beautiful that through getting out of an abusive relationship, that he would give you the name Stacked with Purpose. Because I feel like he redefined yours with you and for you. And that's so beautiful. So thank you for sharing all of that.
Thank you.
Yes. Sarah, love it. Okay, I have been staring at this. I feel like the Lord wants me to read it.
Yes.
So I have a words in due season, right?
Okay.
This is from Sarah and her team. And I don't know, I just feel like this is a word for everybody.
Yeah.
And it sits on my desk because I just love it so much. Long story short, really felt like the Lord had a specific word for me this year for 2025. And so, of course, I didn't want anyone else to make this bracelet but Sarah. And so, you guys, when you purchase a bracelet from her, you also get a word. And so here's mine. Here's what she sent back to me. But again, I really think that this is something for everybody, especially women in this season. And so it says, the Lord is close to you. He is saying to stick with what you have. What he has given you is going to mature this season. You have waited patiently, prayed fervently, and sought the Lord for wisdom. Stick with it, daughter. The Lord has heard every prayer and is proud of your seeking. He is bringing you to your next steps. It will be a refreshing moment that will be tangible in feeling. You are not forgotten, daughter. The Lord is fighting for you.
Wow.
Okay, that's
I
beautiful.
received that.
Yeah, right?
I received
too.
that. Oh, that is so
Right?
good. Wow.
The
That's
Lord, he's
amazing.
just so kind. God is just, he's so kind.
He
And
is.
Amen.
so, Sarah, thank you just for all that you do. Thank you for just inspiring us and encouraging us to really just live out our calling and our
Yes.
purpose, no matter what that looks like, and to truly surrender to the Lord, to be patient with him. And then when he says go, that we have got to go and we have to say yes to that. And so
Yeah.
we definitely, from 1212 and then even personally are just cheering you on.
Yes.
And just love all the things that you are doing and how you are impacting women and men. My husband has a bracelet. He loves his warrior bracelet so much. I know. And so, Sarah, I'm sure everybody's like, how can we find Sarah? How can we connect with her? So how can, everybody find you? Even share about your podcast too. Like, let everybody know how we can connect with you.
Yes. So website is stacked with purpose at .com, not at. And then also on Instagram, we're just, one word at Stack with Purpose. So yeah, if you feel like messaging me, if you have any questions, we are prophetic jewelry company. So what we do is, because our heart is really to bless people and let them know that they're seen, known, and loved. So each bracelet, if you order online, we have that time to pray for the person. If you get it from in person, can I just show you really quick?
Yeah.
For example,
I love pretty.
So ready. So for example, this is one of our bracelets, Fearless, but in the back, there is a QR code there. So when the recipient scan the code, so if you're giving this as a gift, They can scan the code. We will receive it. Then we will have time to pray. And then we write them words in due season or prophetic words back over to them. This one is very special because this is, we made this for moms that who lost their child.
Oh,
This is our mint bracelet, and bracelet. This is a necklace, and I'm gonna read to you the declaration card.
Yes, please. Oh my goodness.
yes,
yeah,
please.
and then also, so this is what it looks like. It just sits right here, and then so this is the mom, this is the child, and then the one in the middle is a promise that you and your child is gonna be together again.
Oh my gosh.
Sarah.
Yes.
Oh
So
my goodness. Okay,
is so
I'm going
sweet.
out on a limb here. Holly, please forgive me. You guys, we're gonna give one of those away, okay,
Yes.
to one of our listeners.
Let's
I don't
do
know
it.
how we're gonna do it. We'll figure
Yeah.
something out. Like
Yep.
send us an email or send us a message or something like that
Yes.
you listened to the podcast, because clearly you had to get to the end to
Yeah,
hear
you
this
did.
part.
yes, we
But
got
please reach out and we're gonna give this away to you
Mhm.
because this is beautiful. Okay, I'm sorry, Sarah. Go for it.
It's okay. So this is gonna have a QR code too because we all want to give words to you guys. And so, but here you can find this on our website. But I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, it's called meant.
Oh.
Meant because you, no matter what happened, you are still meant to be the mother of that child. Psalms 34, verse 18 to 19. That's the
Oh.
verse. But this is the declaration card. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and nothing can replace that has been lost. He is your strength when you feel there is nothing left in your way. When you feel stuck, God can fill in the space that has been created. He has seen every tear and does not let them go unvalued. He has raised a banner of motherhood for you, daughter, and it flies with confidence and glory, giving a proclamation to the enemy that nothing can be taken from you that God has given. God calls you a mother. A great reward is waiting for you in heaven, your child.
Oh my gosh. That gave me goosebumps.
Beautiful.
So this is the mint,
That's
and
so
we
sweet.
really created this. I had
Mhm.
a daughter who had trisomy 18. That was last 2007. And the thing is, I did not know she had trisomy 18. So I knew when I gave birth, and I could not figure out why the doctors are not letting her be close to me. So she was here until 2 months and 14 days. Until I said, Lord, just revive her because we're already in the ICU. And I remember the doctors called me like, Sarah, come back here. And this was back in the Philippines, and do a resuscitation. But it was like a manual, like I have to count.
Oh.
And I said, I'm really, really getting tired. And I was like messing up the count. But, like I feel like they know that it will not last anymore, but I am the one who's fighting for it. So when she got revived, I said, I'm going to go get a drink from a vending machine. So I went in an elevator, and then the elevator closed, and I felt a voice talk to me and says, it is the Lord. Sorry, I just taken back in a moment.
I can't even. Ugh.
He
Breaking my heart out, Sarah.
said that everything here is something borrowed. Even your time is borrowed. And that's all I heard. And then I responded, Lord, if your will for her is to be with you, thy will be done. And then I heard kind of almost a wind, but a gasp, like a sigh, like, and then my phone rang. It said, come up here. And when I went up here, she's gone. But I had the most peace that surpasses understanding. If that is what I can explain, what peace surpasses understanding, that was, and everybody was chaotic around me. And I was like, I feel like everything was spinning, and I'm like in the eye of the storm, but had that peace. And I will tell you, I think grief comes first, because after that, I felt I felt good. I felt because the hope is in the Lord. But yeah, that's a piece of the story. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
That was just so special that you shared that.
Truly. And what a
Yeah.
way to honor her life and her legacy.
Yes. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So
What was
that's
her
like
name?
Sabrina Keystine, like
Sabrina.
Key, like a keyboard,
Oh,
keys. Yeah.
Mhm.
it's beautiful.
So
Yeah.
we're all at
Oh,
July.
sweet.
Yeah. Zarina. But yeah, so that's how I made the mint necklace.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. So friends, you're listening. So please reach out to us. We know that you want that. I'm like, I want that.
I know I do. I want one too. I'm gonna get me
Because
one.
it's so, yeah, it's just so special. So we would love
Truly.
to gift that away. So Sarah will connect with you on that. But email us, send us a message, and just let us know. We'd love to gift it for you.
Yes.
Again, Sarah, we are just so proud of you.
Yes.
And just so glad of just everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
again, to take your pain
Mm.
and to allow the Lord to transform it into
Yes.
purpose
Amen.
is so beautiful. So thank you for inspiring us and encouraging us and remind us to look to the Father.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. It's such a joy to be here and just, speaking with you, and have a great, wonderful rest of your day. And also, I just wanted to say, I want to give a brave bracelet for one of the listeners here who's watching, because I felt Lord saying that no matter where you're at in your life, you're braving it through, and that He was so proud of you. And then the only thing that we can brave through and do things scared, it's because He makes us brave. So I would love to give one brave bracelet.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
We love that. Thank you so much.
I know. Okay, friends, we will see you next time on the Purpose Beyond Motherhood podcast.